I have to start by saying I took a lesson from Lex, and I uploaded this video here. I'll leave it in the description box. YouTube flagged it for, what was it called? COVID-19 misinformation, which, I mean, to me, in my mind, all I was doing was drawing comparisons to what we're living through right now in this cartoon, and how you can see side by side, it seems like it was a play. Especially when you start to look at the brutality of what's going on in Australia to those people, into how the Sentinels abused the mutants, and how, to me, they're just perfecting what they would roll out over here. So it won't be hard to find. But what I want to show you was something that's been on my mind for the last few days, and I just want to get it out of my head. So I have to use a disclaimer because it's not my video. Fair use. We just want to discuss what's said in the video. Fair use.
To remember about Prince Philip, now that he has passed, perhaps, as he believes, he may be reincarnated. And as he stated in an interview in 1998, if he was going to be reincarnated, he'd like to come back as a disease. In the event that I'm reincarnated, I would like to return as a deadly virus to contribute something to solving overpopulation. Here is his royal virus, Prince Philip, in 1984, saying that human populations, it's reaching plague proportions.
What do you think are the most serious issues faced by conservationists and World Wildlife Fund over the next 20 years or so?
95% of the whole of the Atlantic rainforest in Brazil has disappeared in the last 100 years. There is simply nowhere for these animals to live. At the basis of it all is this colossal increase in the human population. It's one of the living species.
See right there, the fact that he uses the Amazon rainforest, what does that have to do with people? Because last I checked, that has to do with other nations coming in and, as Rockefeller explained, taking the resources of the land from third world nations. So you can't blame it on people, you're blaming it on corporations coming in and destroying rainforest. So it's a complete watch this hand while this hand is really what's going on.
The planet, but it's reaching plague proportions.
Humanity is a plague. You heard it from his mouth. I love animals. I love the rainforest. I want to see conservation efforts move forward. There's a distinct difference between I love animals, I don't want their homes destroyed, and humanity is a plague. But Prince Philip makes that leap. Here he is talking about what should be done with overpopulation. It's time to read between the lines and pay attention to the subtext of exactly what he's saying here.
What do you see as the biggest challenges in conservation?
The growing human population. Because if where we are, there's nothing else.
And do you have views about what should be done about that?
Can't you guess?
Well, it could be on a spectrum from mass sterilisation to greater availability of contraception. I don't know what your views are as to what can be done about it.
Well, I think it might be described as voluntary family limitation.
Yes, voluntary family limitation. Yes, just voluntarily limit your family. It's fairly simple. You can just limit your family. Has your family been limited yet? Perhaps I will limit your family for you. Every one of these guys. I mean, it's a direct line between these people like John Kerry, who, I've got to go...
Well, think about it, right? Isn't that the way society is constructed? Where one person working can no longer provide for a family of more than, what, 3? So you have to have both mother and father working just to make ends meet. And even then, you're still suffering because the price of everything is so high. you're just basically working to turn around and give what you worked for, right, away immediately. You never can save up. It's just gone immediately, right? So then you have those pressures put on you, and then you always hear people say, oh, well, children are expensive. Are you sure you want to have children? Children are expensive. It's like the corruption of what the Most High said to do. What did he tell Noah and his children? Be fruitful, multiply. They're saying, oh, no, don't do that no more. Don't do that. There's too many of you people here. No, we got to put an end to that. What did he say? The other thing he said, shoot, it'll come back to me. My mind's drawing a blank right now.
You got to protect the environment. None of you can drive cars. I'll continue to fly around the world in my private jet to accept accolades for my work saving the environment.
Oh, that's what it was. The Book of Psalms, right? Your children are the inheritance of the Most High. Children are the blessing given to you by the Most High. They're saying, don't accept the Most High's blessing and cut off his inheritance.
But it's different for people like me. Oh, you need to limit your family. Your family needs to be limited. I'll continue to have children. I'll continue to destroy the world. I'll continue to act imperialistically in every country on earth. But you must limit your family. Don't have children. What are you, selfish? I'll have the children. You don't have them. And it's really amazing. It's just like, what do you think the biggest problem we face is? There's too many people. Well, what should we do about it? Can't you?
This is a very important question to get right, because it was absolutely key for me. When our foundation first started up, it was focused on reproductive health. That was the main thing we did, because I thought, population growth in poor countries is the biggest problem they face. You've got to help mothers who want to limit family size have the tools and education to do that. And I thought that's the only thing that really counts. Well, then I came across articles that showed that the key thing you can do to reduce population growth is actually improve health. And that sounds paradoxical. You think, okay, better health means more kids, not less kids. Well, in fact, what parents are doing is they're trying to have 2 kids survive to adulthood to take care of them. And so the more disease burden there is, the more kids they have to have that high probability. So there's a perfect correlation that as you improve health, within a half generation, the population growth rate goes down. In fact, Hans Rosling here at this conference in 2 of my favorite speeches actually showed that unbelievable correlation that population growth has gone down. Today, where is there high population growth? It's in the places with the worst health conditions, northern Nigeria, northern India. And so the 2 problems go exactly hand in hand. If we improve health rapidly, we will get the peak population to be as much as 1 billion below the current expected peak. That is about 8.3 billion versus 9.3.
In my lifetime, we have seen global wildlife populations decline by over half. Africa's rapidly growing human population is predicted to more than double by 2050, a staggering increase of 3.5 million people per month. There is no question that this increase puts wildlife and habitats under enormous pressure. We're going to have to work much harder and think much deeper if we are to ensure that human beings and the other species of animal with which we share this planet can continue to coexist. When we look back, we have a mixed track record in this regard, but I'm always optimistic when I observe how young people in particular, all over the world, are motivated to reverse the trends of the past.
Future generations to be able to adapt and live and prosper in the Arctic in the way that people have for thousands of years is in jeopardy. So, as all of you understand, because you've come here, you're here. This is not a future challenge. This is happening right now. People are dying around the world because of climate change. You're all here, sitting here, because time is running out. Solving climate change is the way not just to save lives and stop its geopolitical fallout, it's the way to create the jobs of the future. I'll tell you what I'm about to do. I'm going to be announcing a new effort, which is going to try to marry the top roots and the grassroots. And we are going to start an effort that communicates to our country with other leaders in other countries managing their countries in an effort called World War Zero. The effort to globally recognize there's only a world solution to this war, because I'll tell you what, the purveyors of doubt and lies and distortion have declared war on common sense and science. And we need to fight back